Yes, thank you for the invitation to talk to you today. My name is Shishir Shetty. I'm based in Birmingham in the United Kingdom. And just a brief overview of the campus where we're based at. So the red arrow is the laboratory, which is on the 5th floor of the building of the Institute of Biomedical Research. And the black arrow highlights the Queen Elizabeth Hospital, Birmingham. So we're very closely located to this super-regional centre for liver disease. So the Queen Elizabeth Hospital covers it's a tertiary centre for a 10 million catchment area. I think you can see the map below. And we offer all treatments for patients with liver cancer as well as chronic liver disease. So we're a liver transplant centre and a hepatobiliary surgical centre as well. The laboratories are actually, I'm based in the Centre for Liver Research, which has quite a large number of researchers ranging from postdoctoral scientists to PhD students and clinical academics. And we have a long-standing history in studying liver inflammation. We've also got a track record in translating some of our findings through to patient benefit. So what we benefit from is an ethically approved pathway for access to human liver and tumor tissue. And over the years, we've developed methods for isolating specific cellular populations from liver tissue, including endothelial cells, biliary epithelial cells, and fibroblasts. And then we've set up in vitro models with these primary human cells. As I said, we've got an interest in liver inflammation, immunology, but also stromal biology. And we're hoping to really apply this in the setting of cholangiocarcinoma. You've already heard that several groups are interested in tumor microenvironment, and we're also interested in the cellular cell-cell communication within this microenvironment. The aim we really want to do is to identify the key pathways that are supporting tumor growth and break these networks. So this is just the basic, just the background to the access to liver tissue. We've used well-published methods for digesting the tissue and isolating these cells, predominantly using bead-based methods. And we get quite highly pure populations of different parenchymal cell populations. One of the specific areas that we're interested in, which we've translated to the sort of cancer biology setting, is some of you may know this cancer cycle related to interaction with the immune system. And we're particularly interested how immune cells are entering the tumor microenvironment. And we know that this process is regulated by the interaction with the endothelial cell as the gatekeeper. So in tumors that progress generally have developed an ability to exclude anti-tumorigenic immune cells and promote the recruitment of pro-tumorigenic immune cells. And we want to study that process to try and reverse it so that we can bring in the anti-tumorigenic T cells and exclude the pro-tumorigenic populations. And what we've been doing historically is that we've been doing this using a flow adhesion assay, which is a human in vitro model where we study immune cell interactions with endothelium under conditions of shear stress. And traditionally, we've used phase contrast microscopy to study this, and it allows us to visualize each step of the adhesion cascade of immune cells entering tissue. And we've been able to incorporate tumor-specific factors into this process to try and understand how this is altered in the tumor microenvironment. We then went on to use confocal microscopy, which gives us even more detail of this immune cell trafficking. And more recently, we've taken advantage of the great imaging facilities we have here in Birmingham, moving from confocal microscopy. We're really driving down into endothelial biology at the cytoskeletal level, so using SIM microscopy and super resolution microscopy to give us even more detailed understanding of the immune cell endothelial interaction. Another area of interest, which has already been touched on by other presentations, is the presence of macrophages. We know enriched in the tumor microenvironment. This is actually an image of primary sclerosing cholangitis, a condition that has a high chance of developing cholangiocarcinoma. And you can see here the biliary epithelial cells are in close communication with infiltrating macrophages. And we would like to try and mimic this in the laboratory to try and understand the crosstalk between these two cells and what pathways are leading to a pro-tumorigenic microenvironment. And once the cancer's developed, how do these macrophages and interaction with epithelial cells allow cancer persistence and immune evasion? Another area of interest, the scavenger receptors. I've mentioned to you endothelial cells and macrophages, and both these cellular populations have high expression of scavenger receptors. And we've published on several members of this family previously regarding specifically their role in cell-cell communication and how they regulate the immune microenvironment within the liver. And this is some immunohistochemical staining showing that this is one of the scavenger receptors we study, showing that it's expressed intratumorally, but also, if you can see at the bottom, there's a cholangiocarcinoma, as you know, is characterized by this rich stromal microenvironment, and you can see there's quite high expression of these scavenger receptors in the microenvironment as well as intratumorally on endothelial cells and macrophages. So I've just given you a very broad overview of some of the themes we're working on. We're very keen to develop some of these projects with you, and hopefully we can provide you with an individual project that's supported by the rest of the group. I just wanted to highlight that if you do join us in Birmingham, we are a member of a National Institute Centre, Biomedical Research Centre that has 12 themes. The liver theme, I co-lead the liver theme. There's also a cancer inflammation theme, but several other themes that really provide an interdisciplinary collaboration. So you'll be part of this interdisciplinary collaboration, and the focus is translational medicine. So we'd hope that we provide you with some fantastic experience in translational medicine and driving towards early phase clinical trials. This is just my group and the funders that currently support the lab. And I'll finish there, and thank you very much.